Alrighty, here's the video review for Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Jazz. And Jazz I was really looking forward to. His robot mode is a little bit of a letdown, but I really love his vehicle mode design. And I love his in-game design. In War for Cybertron, if you ever played with me in Escalation, I was playing the Jazz body type, custom colored, because I really, really like the Jazz design for Fall of Cybertron. And I think the vehicle mode captures that fairly well. I do think there may be an issue. I think this is supposed to sit a little bit further, more even with these things, but maybe not. I haven't been able to do it, and I don't see anything misaligned or anything blocking it, so maybe it just does sit up a little higher like that. But I love his little car design. It almost looks like I don't know, just an armored car. Like, it almost kind of looks like the armored Batmobile from the first movie when he had like the segmented plating that covered the Batmobile, but more mobile. I just think it's a really neat design, and I like the look of Jazz here in vehicle mode. He rolls okay, and he does have this little pistol that can store right here on the vehicle mode as well. And to transform him, the first thing you want to do is pull these off. Also, this one I already had a stress mark here. Again, it's not in danger of breaking. I'm gonna hit that with a hairdryer and get rid of it later on. But it was just the way it was packaged. I don't know what happened, but in the package, this tab I had to bend it out a little bit. It was pushed in and stressed the plastic, just the way it was in the plastic wrap. I don't know if that's common or not, but just to let you know. But anyway, you pull these, what will become the hands out here. This piece under here, you pull these down, which will be his legs. And then you want to, this whole thing kind of collapses up like this. And then you flip this piece down, and then you lock all that all the way in, and you actually want to bend right here, because his head's kind of hidden when you come up, and when you bend this piece right here, that pops. You can see that kind of pops his, kind of like Prime, that pops his head up. Here's the plate, and then when you bend that, it pops his head up for robot mode. So you want to get that folded up. As close as you can up there, like that, so you can kind of see them. There should be something else pegging in here, and I'm not sure why it's not. Why everything's not coming together. Oh, there we go. You want to peg this piece into the waist here. There we go. Peg that right into the waist, and there you go. And there's his chest all come together. So peg that little tab on this into the back of the waist piece. And then you split the legs. They were pegged together. You split them. The ankles are actually on like a ratchet. You can hear them click. You don't want to push them too far. They'll be loose. I mean, they'll pop right back into place. But they do have a top ratchet. When you stop, once you need more force to start moving the foot, you've hit the top. But it's nice because it does lock the ankle into place if you want like a stable, lean forward pose. Although his knees. Oh, his knees are also on ratchets. Before I couldn't get those knees to move, and I was worried I was going to break it, because you can see up here, it would just snap that piece off. So yeah, there you got that. And there's his lower body all done. And up here, you want to come around, and you have to, this piece right here unpegs. There's a little tab here that pegs right here, and then you swing it out like that. And then this piece is going to come around. There's a tab right here, a little hook that's going to peg into the... peg the end of that, and that holds that in place. Bring it down like this, rotate the arm around, flip the fist down, and there's his forearm done. And just do the same thing over here. Pull it off, unpeg it from here, and kind of, there you go, unpeg it from there like that, lift it around, bring this whole piece down, tab it into place, bring the shoulder down, rotate the fist. And you can actually unhook it from this and give him a little bit more range of motion there if you want. And there's Jazz in robot mode. And his robot mode's not horrible. It's better than Prime's, I think. Although he does have... They all suffer from, except for Prime, they all suffer from a little bit of a skinny leg syndrome. Like, he definitely looks almost gorilla-ish in proportion with his really broad chest and these skinny little legs down here. But it's still recognizable as Jazz, and it's kind of cool. His body is very hollowed the way it forms, but it forms in such an interesting way that I don't mind so much. I wish maybe his head came up and this area around his head filled in a little bit more solidly, but from the front he looks really nice. And I'm quite happy with him. I put the pistol in his hand. Again, he's got some ports on the sides of his arms for some weapons if you want to plug any of those in from other characters. But all in all, he's really neat. I like the way the exhaust forms up here on his back. There's some really neat stuff going on here. I wish his legs looked a little bit more in proportion to the rest of him. But all in all, he's pretty fun. Not as good as Shockwave. I think better than Optimus Prime, although I do have a predisposition. I really like Jazz, so I'm a little biased in that regard. But there he is, Fall of Cybertron Deluxe Jazz.